So a lot of people are talking about share of search currently. So what is really share of search? Share of search simply means the total share of the collective amount of searches that are happening in the space of a particular brand. So suppose we are talking about, say, running shoes or sports shoes, then what is the share of a particular brand of the total number of searches happening for brand? We are talking about branded searches, not non-branded. What is that share that a particular brand has of the total number of brands? Of course, it's very difficult to think of all major brands in a space, but this is typically useful only in those spaces where you have really big players, right? So usually there will be oligopolistic, or at least there will be a few dominant players, so you can get a very good understanding of share of search by looking at the percentage share among say a handful of top players, top competitor brands only. So there are a lot of in course of the discussions that are happening online, I've come across a lot of third party tools which are being used to calculate this. You don't need any third party tools. You can use Google Ads API. That's the strongest method of doing this share of search calculation, because Google search has or Google Ads rather has got its own tool which is called the keyword planner, which is the strongest tool, I would say, because I've been into marketing and in the search space for close to a decade now, and I've been working with this data. And I can say with a lot of guarantee and certainty that there aren't any third party tools which has more data than Google has. So the most accurate data is Google Ads data, and therefore Google Ads API is the one that you should be using. And it's very simple. This is a vibe coded tool, share of search analysis tool, as you can see. So all you have to do is upload some data from your Google Cloud project. You need to just provide the Google developer token, Google Ads developer token, which will be in your API center within Google Ads in the MCC account. And then you just have to provide a few more details like client ID, client secret, the usual stuff within GCP. You have to provide the customer account ID. You have to give the target brand, and then you also have to give the competitor brands. Then you can provide the date range that you want the data for. So essentially, what this will do is give you the evolution of the share of brand over a particular period of time, for the period of time that you have defined. And this will give you a picture for the brand with respect to the competitor brands. So you can define the location and the language as well. So this is a very simple tool, and but it serves a purpose, right? So you'll see that I've already run it once. So you can just input the data. You can change the target brand. You can add more competitor brands. Like I said, you will probably have to add more competitor brands if you want to get a fuller picture of the share of brand for the particular target brand. So in this case, you'll see Nike has come out with a target brand SOS, which is share of search of almost 37%. This is a search volume, and you'll see that it obviously it holds market rank 1, because that's the highest share of search among the other players. So you'll see these are the other players. You can download it from here as JPG. You can download it as a table as well, and you'll see this is the data that it is showing. So you'll have the different brands here, how the share of search has really evolved over time. That is what has been given here. That's in the first tab. In the summary tab, we have a very similar data, but this time it's the average data rather than just the evolution over time. So you'll see how on an average for that time period defined of 6 months from the day of the analysis, how these stand side by side. So Nike followed by New Balance, Adidas, and a lot of others, and the same thing in the form of a pie chart. You can again obviously download these, and then you can also get all the raw data here, and you can download this trends and the summary as CSVs. So this is what the analysis gives you. Very simple tool, very simple analysis, but it does the job, right? So you want to understand where your brand is sitting with respect to other major competitors in that space, how much of the total market share has been captured. Now, now that this is, this is out of the way, I've explained this. To be honest, this is hardly a new concept. It's of course interesting that a lot of analytics players and a lot of others who are probably new in marketing or marketing analytics, they're talking about it more. But to be honest, anyone who has particularly been familiar with Google Ads and has been in this sector for a while and have been handling ads accounts with a lot of spend, like in millions and all, or at least several $100,000, you would certainly have Google Ads managers, or experts from the Google team itself, who come with their own data. They have sometimes more refined data than is available within Google Ads API, like Google Keyword Planner and all, and they would share this data gladly with you for free, just so that you can obviously do better stuff with your account and actually scale the account and increase spends, or at least continue running ads profitably on Google. So the Google Ads practitioners have had access to this data for a long time. This is hardly new, and it is interesting that this is becoming more and more common. But of course, this is useful. But like I said, you don't need any third-party tool from using this. You can just do it. And this is completely free, by the way. There was no cost involved in doing this, and there is not going to be any cost involved as well. And of course, I'm going to build more functionalities onto it. But the key point is that you can easily do this, and using this information, you can actually build your own analysis. Like, you can decide, okay, which market that that you should actually be focusing on. Because if you have given a target market, and this is where probably in a later phase I'll also include multiple markets together. But the whole point here is that you can then decide where exactly, in which market you're lagging and which competitors are ahead of the competition. You can analyze their ads then, and their marketing strategy, and then devise your own strategy in order to improve the market share in that particular region, if of course it's part of your plan. So this is how you can strategize, and you can obviously use different channels. You can use, probably because we are talking about branded search here, remember, not unbranded or generic. So this means that you will probably also be looking at upper funnel, and like YouTube, or Meta for awareness purposes. So those sort of channels might be useful here. So hope this was useful. This tool will be available for free if you just ask me, or drop in the comments, or get in touch with me over LinkedIn. So once again, don't use third-party apps for something that you can do for free. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.